Thank you for joining me for day 2 of our BC motor tour. We're loaded up and leaving Emory Creek behind. Today we'll be exploring canyons, great rivers, and the expansive valleys and mountains of the BC interior as we ride the Fraser Canyon, one of the most historic roads in British Columbia. Our destination is near Lillooet, mile 0 of the Cariboo Wagon Road. Since 1858, Yale was the head of navigation for gold rush steamships, while St. John the Divine Church has watched miners head north to seek their fortunes. Time for the tunnel run. First is Yale Tunnel, built in 1963. At 286 meters, it's the gateway. You can feel the air pressure change the second you enter the mountain. Saddle Rock is next. It's only 146 meters long, named for the massive rock formation above us that looks exactly like a rider's saddle. Third is Sailor Bar, 292 meters in length. It's named after shipwrecked sailors who traded their oars for gold pans on the riverbanks below during the gold rush. We're stopping to hike into a relic, the old Alexandra Bridge. The air is noticeably hotter and drier here than it was just an hour ago. We've caught sight of one of the Canadian Pacific trains which has snaked their way in the Fraser Canyon since just after Confederation. Here we are walking on the Alexandra Bridge. I usually try and make this stop if I'm going up the Fraser Canyon. It's a historical bridge, part of an old roadway system. You can see the roads on either side sort of curving down, crossing here and then going up the other side. They have a new bridge now. This one's discontinued for quite some time, but still a nice historical relic to walk across. Back on the bike, Alexandra Tunnel, built in 1964, is unique because it's curved. It was one of the first in BC to use sensor lights to warn drivers of cyclists inside the bend. Then we have Hell's Gate Tunnel, a quick 57-meter burst. This is the only one in the canyon with no internal lights. It's just raw rock and shadows. Ferrabee is 300 meters long, named for the royal engineer who helped blast the original wagon road through these cliffs by hand in 1962. Passing Hell's Gate, that Airtram drops visitors straight down to the narrowest, most turbulent gorge on the Fraser River. And finally the beast, China Bar. At 610 meters, it's the longest in the canyon. It's the only one with its own ventilation building, the lungs of the tunnel run. This is the heart of Canyonlands. The landscape is stripped back to the bone, sparser trees, steeper cliffs, and the massive scale of the Fraser and the Thompson rivers cutting the earth below. North of Boston Bar, you can see the deep scars from the 2021 fires, a stark reminder of the heat-domed summer. Here we are in Skihist rest area. There's a campsite right across the highway. Highway 1 on the way to Cache Creek, I guess. We're about 80 kilometers south of Cache Creek. This used to be one of my main stop areas whenever I was doing this journey out to the prairies or whatever. This is often a stop that I made. Stayed out here. It's pretty dry, not a lot of water or anything. You have to sort of pack it in, but it is maintained. It's got washrooms and the like. Did have a forest fire go through here a few years ago. Not only impacted the campground, but also took out Lytton, which is still in recovery. We'll be riding through there soon, or after we leave here. So anyways, it's a nice spot. It overlooks the Thompson River, which is a pretty large river, catching some deep canyons. Lytton itself is where the Fraser and the Thompson come together. So that's an interesting spot all in itself. Seeing Lytton slowly rising from the ash is heavy, but the resilience of this community is the real story here. We are crossing the confluence of the Fraser and Thompson, two great rivers that have shaped the history of British Columbia. Welcome to Highway 12, a beautiful stretch of highway connecting Lytton and Lillooet on the east bank of the Fraser River Valley. This is the Texas Street stretch, the Big Slide. Watch for rocks on the road in this section. This is our first bit of rain. The road's going to be a bit slicker from here to Lillooet. Welcome to Lillooet, Mile Zero of the Cariboo Gold Rush Trail. Today it's home to 2,300 residents, but in 1860 it was the largest settlement north of San Francisco. The 1913 Old Bridge is a relic now, used by pedestrians, but it once carried traffic between Lillooet and Highway 99 over the mighty Fraser. Now we need to seek out a recreational site for tonight. We are leaving Lillooet along Highway 99 towards Whistler, Horseshoe Bay, and Vancouver. Leaving Lillooet, you hit Seton Lake with its beautiful emerald green waters surrounded by the Chilcotin Mountains. Now for the Duffey. Highway 99 hits 15% grades immediately as we climb into the Caouche Range. This is some of the best technical riding in BC. Well, arrived at the camping site for tonight. I'm at Rogers Creek recreational site, which is one of those low facility sites, only about $15 a night, about 70 kilometers along Highway 99 towards the Lillooet, maybe 30 kilometers out of Lillooet. It's a nice site. There's only one other camper here on the other side. I probably will not see them. The vista is quite beautiful here, as you can see. Probably be checking out for tonight and check in with you again tomorrow. Have a good one. What's your favorite BC back road? Drop a comment below and stay tuned for day 3.